We are starting our day off with Michele Schneider. She's the Chief Market Strategist at the MarketGauge Group. We always love having you here, Mich. We would like for you to explain why corporate earnings are so important to traders. It's something we talk about every earnings season.
Well, it's so interesting about earnings because technically you could say they're almost a lagging indicator. But what happens in earnings is that they get on, particularly the big companies, calls for what they consider to be the future earning potential, which is why the first quarter earnings has a possibility of being even more influential than usual because of all the big stocks that had done very, very well and outperformed earnings-wise, particularly if we look at NVIDIA. So going into the first quarter earnings report that we will see in the middle of April, beginning, I'll be very interested to see if they can continue to report not only lofty earnings that happened in the first quarter, which I assume we'll be able to see, but what the projections are going forward as we're going into the rest of the year, especially with some controversy about some of these stocks, whether it's antitrust, whether it's China wanting to ban chips. There's a lot of different things that could impact the market. So if these first quarter earnings are solid, great. But if the talk becomes, well, we're not really sure what happens in the second, third, and fourth quarters of this year, then I think we actually might finally see some kind of a correction. So that's why you got to keep your eyes right now on what happens, particularly with the big gun stocks.
Are there any areas of the market that you are planning to trade this spring, perhaps a long-term play?
You really got to keep your eye on these commodities because copper, wood, so many, cocoa, of course, that's been the crazy one, are starting to go higher here, which means that people can get really caught off guard if they continue to rocket. So that's kind of, I think, where we're really going to continue to focus on from a discretionary standpoint.
Watching the commodities. Very good. Thank you, Michele.
Okay. Thank you, Ange.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.